Hi, everyone. Here we're pre-recording, but I captured my best friend, Linda G.
Oh, I was gonna. Who's your best friend?
That's you, girl. Oh, good. Put on the lights.
We'll get a little cheer going
Yeah.
here.
So, has there been? I haven't listened to the news yet today. Is anything?
Oh, the Supreme Court decided that Texas can do
Oh
the
no, redistricting.
but they didn't really change it. They said for now they can do it, and we'll come to this again. So basically, and it'll take years to challenge, but don't worry. When this all ends, and I don't know if you've seen this, but this is about ready to end.
It is.
Trump and Putin and all of them are going. I see the end of 2026 with us feeling a lot better.
Mhm.
But what'll happen is when the new president comes in and this new Congress and everything, they're going to grab those Supreme Court and put them before their tribunal. And they're going to say, you have committed perjury to us. And most of them will either leave on their own or be taken out.
I hope so, because I don't want the new person coming in, who, the Democrats coming in, to say, go back on the norms. That's why it's important to have the young people coming in. Right.
But the left justices are furious. They said these people are out of their mind. And they're just, going along anything for Trump. But I don't see them voting yes on the tax thing.
The tax thing.
The one he's trying to do where he's saying you guys are going to pay this.
Oh, the tariffs.
Yeah. I don't see them saying yes on that.
Whether he does or not, the ball is already in motion, whether the court does it or not, because we have finally been exposed for who we are. Because you say, oh, I didn't vote for this. Some of them may say, and we've been saying, this isn't us. We didn't believe we were this cruel as a nation. There's no way. But now we've had to turn our perspective, saying, well, maybe this is, and now we have to expose it. But it is a 9 universal year. So everyone on the planet, and it's amazing how many powerful people are in that cruelty mind, that hate to say patriarchal, but it is that long-standing. It's he has the last word kind of thing, and and so that's going to. And I think it's because not so much that they have changed, but our news has changed. More people are talking about, even Fox, even Tucker Carlson is saying, and big MAGA influencers are saying, this isn't what I voted for.
No. And well, he's busy over in other countries making deals. In the meantime, people here are losing their insurance and no money for food.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ringing a bell?
No, but you are. I bet you. Something's getting your attention. Just stay quiet.
Hear see what it is. Ringing. Not like chimes.
I know.
Like this kind of a bell.
I think that's your spirit guides. Why don't you... something's coming through. It wasn't my bell, but
you don't hear it.
Mm-mm. I wonder if the people out there put a heart in the chat if you heard that bell.
Okay,
the one that you didn't. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Well, he's up there getting a peace prize from the fight, the football, the soccer people. They got him, and he's wearing out with a cheesy grin like he was 4 years old. He just thinks he's all that in a cup of tea.
One of my students that was studying numerology, and she studies astrology, she called me and said, everything I read about Trump says that he's born lucky.
Yes.
And I said, yeah, he is. But she was under the perception of, if you're lucky, you do good. And I said, well, that's your new shift in reality right there.
I doesn't. But the thing is, there's such a thing as karma, and energetically, he could have made that work in a way better way.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, he's causing, Jesus, that bell keeps going off. I'm surprised you can't hear it.
Someone's in there.
It's not this.
No.
So anyway, he's about ready to go down.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you and the audience. You know, this gerrymandering and how we're clutching our pearls about in Texas being able to do that. What happens if more people vote for Democrat?
Then it can override it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
so.
And
I'm not.
here's the other thing: a couple of our states. Which one? You don't hear it. Okay. There's a state. Which one is it? It's not Indiana. It's another state. Maybe it's New Jersey. One of them are going to open up 5 more seats for Democrats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but now the Supreme Court can't go back and say you can't do that because you just okayed it for Texas. So listen, I'm not worried. Don't ask me why, because we're even finding out they cheated on the Tennessee one. They're finding all kinds of stuff now. And she came out with a boom and she was way ahead, and all of a sudden the numbers changed. That's how Trump rolls. If you got a red state, they can do that. You can't do it with the blue state. So
Well, it was close enough for a recount, right?
I think so, yeah. So anyway, but I'm going to tell you, we're going blue, big time blue. We might even be blue. And now Mike Johnson is talking about not even running again, just retiring.
We're all quitting. They have to.
Yeah.
Or lose. And they don't want that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Isn't that something?
Yeah, but
I
she's
don't quite trust her though.
No way. She's cut from the same cloth.
What's her number? Do you know?
So she is an 8. It's all about the money. It's all about the, when she was a little girl, I always say this about 8s. When you're young and you're an 8, it's like, Timmy, take out the garbage, and Timmy comes back and says, what's in it for me? It's all transactional. And so I'm not saying that that's bad, because some people are put on the earth to enjoy the tangibles, to eat good food, to make money and invest. So that's cool. But when you start looking at every single moment, going from running after that young guy, Mr. Hogg, running after him, torturing him, and then saying, oh, let's not be cruel. There's some, it's all of the moment in the moment. But Trump I just did his numbers.
What was he?
He's a 4, along with his son, Junior, is a 4. And that's someone who is remarkably stable. In other words, they will do whatever they have to do to make sure the roof is over their head and stuff. I'm talking about the pedestrian, the person listening who's on a life path 4. I love 4s because if they take it slow enough and really look at all the corners, their choices are really, really good. However, if they're very, very steadfast, it's hard to roll a square, right? It's hard to move them from off of what they're doing. And so when he's laser focused, and he will be successful no matter what he does. And it's been true up until now. But right. I had, let me grab my notes here. So in 2015, when he came down the escalator and declared his candidacy, that's a 1 personal year, not universal. That's him personally. Let me get back to what it is right now. He's back into a 2 personal year, a 2 personal
this
year.
year that ends in December.
This year is a 2 personal for 2025. So this whole year, he's had to negotiate relationships differently no matter what. I don't care who you are. So if anybody out there is having a 2 personal year, you're doing fine, but understand that people are going to misunderstand you. They're going to they'll fight back when you think they're not going to. They'll surprise you that, but it's the blessing part is that you will be able to master relationships.
Right.
You'll be able to master relationships. But I'm thinking that next year is his 3 personal year, which he can get really creative, but I don't think he has it in him anymore. He doesn't have that ruthless. He's over it.
You can't stay awake long enough.
Yes, that's so true. But you were talking about how things are going to change for all of us because 2026 is a universal 1 year. And I've been following this one UFO.
And I'm a 1.
You are? You're going to shine, girl. You're
I
going to
am?
step up. Yes. That's the thing. When it matches your life path number, and you've been doing some work, it's not like, when you're really doing your work and you're up to date. So whatever you need to give up this year, you need to give up. If you were dating a low down cheating daddy, you have to get rid of him this year. I know you're.
I shipped his happy ass off a long time ago.
See, that's the thing, because that will
But
bring
there is a relationship I gave up, which was a lot of work as a friend, 40 years, and it ended. I'm done.
Isn't that interesting? Because the blessing of a 9 year is that what you're supposed to give up will get really chaotic and confusing and and you just.
What surprised me is after the ending, and I just stepped away, there's no pain.
No, you've grieved
it.
You've grieved. It's like the 8 of Cups. When that woman walks away from all the cups, she's already grieved what she's walking away from. So it's just the new horizon.
Yeah, because some people, even if they're in a bad relationship, they crave that dysfunction.
Yeah, that's the patterns that you have to get into. Why you said yes to such. I see these people that have such horrible relationships, and they married them, right? They married them, and here they are in such a pickle, right? And thinking, you said yes to that. You said yes. Yeah. But to their defense, what I see and how I believe is that person as a child became resilient to abuse, have been conditioned to have a certain level of abuse. So when they get in relationship and their new guy starts what we perceive bad, pushing them around or bossing them around, they're already used to that, and it's just normal for them. So that's when we have to talk about changing perspectives, changing ideas, and that's hard work. It really is.
Yeah.
But I see with you're going to, if you want to, because it's all a choice, go ahead and go to the next level wherever you want to go. Now you're going to be offered new things.
Yeah.
You're going to be offered new things that you can say yes or no to. And this is the year coming up, because that's 2026 for you, a 1 personal year, right? Or is yes, you're right. So 2025 is a 1 for you.
Okay.
So 2026 is going to be a 2. So you're going to have a 2 personal year. This has been your 1 personal year, which is all the brand new things. So when you got rid of when did you get rid of the friendship?
Probably 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah. It's just like tying
but
up.
It doesn't affect me. It's not sad.
Yeah. It was just letting it pass away.
I mean, I sobbed over this person. I created all kinds of chaos. And now I'm just like, whatever, I'm done.
Yeah. It gets to be too hard. And so you did the right thing. And then, but your 1 personal year is this year, now that we figured out the numbers. And what that is life has offered you new things. You went on a new podcast that Sterling suggested you be on, right?
Emilio, yeah.
Emilio. And then there's these other opportunities.
I'm going to New York or Washington to do some sort of documentary. A producer is filming, and he wants me to do a cold read I'm nervous about it, but
You're a
sounds
performer,
fun.
but I think that's great. It's all happening in a one personal year. The two
Okay.
personal is all about relationships. So you're going to meet new people and a lot of new people. And then just like your last girl friendship that broke up, um, you're going to be letting some go.
Okay.
And you're going to be approaching people. So if someone a friend comes up and says, "You really made me mad," it could literally be that she didn't hear your words properly.
Okay.
It's all the communication.
But I'm at that stage now. I'll be like, whatever.
You do you. You
Don't
do
let
you.
the car hit you on the way out.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. And then when you move in and when you know what's coming up, like it's 3 personal year for 2027, if you know what's coming up, you can kind of pinch through and kind of bring it in because that's the creativity. And so you're building something quite big. As long as you keep saying yes to it, the bounty is there.
Yeah. Oh, that's
great. Yeah, it's pretty neat. In a 2 personal year, I just want to say one more thing about that next year for you. It's important for you to maybe hire more of a staff, maybe to do some of this.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, I have staff. I have to. I can't go through everything.
Good for you.
I try to set up my personal email and I'm overwhelmed.
I know.
So,
yeah, it's tough.
And it's not people writing me from the show. It's people trying to sell me stuff.
Oh, well, you're valuable to people. And that's when you're valuable to me. My gosh, you wouldn't know me.
People want me to represent their products and all this stuff.
Oh, sponsorships. Oh my God.
Hell to the no. I don't like commercials because I don't like to be obligated to it. And I definitely am not going to talk about something I don't like. They were asking me on stuff that, maybe my son would know on computer stuff, on different formats and stuff. I don't play that. Yeah. It's just me. I'm just a hillbilly. Just fell off the turnip truck.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Just amazing. Have you thought about UFOs? Disclosure?
Yeah, UFOs, yeah.
Okay. So have you followed Chris Bledsoe?
Oh yeah. Chris is my friend met him in Florida and he told Chris about me. There was something that happened to me that the only other person who has repeated the same thing was Chris Bledsoe. And I heard it and I couldn't believe it. Somebody experienced it. What it was when I was walking on my path when I had full-fledged cancer, no breasts, no hair, walking my dog, and I'm begging for my life. And I said, basically, please don't let me die. My kids are still young. And that man talked in my right ear. And he said, what are you doing? There's no such thing as death. And I got really embarrassed about saying that. So then I just let it go. I told it, okay, fair enough. Into the, just almost like Jesus said, into thy, what did he say? I commenced my spirit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I commenced my spirit. I said, if I die, I die. Fair enough. Whatever's going to happen, I'll leave it to you in faith. I know everything will be okay. And I meant it from the bottom of my feet. I handed myself over. And right when I did that, something in the trees started to move, but it wasn't a windy day, but it was like Godzilla was coming through. And all of a sudden, a gust went right through me. Nearly almost pushed me back. And I heard the words, thy will be done.
Oh my God.
I was raised by atheists. I don't really know much about the Bible, except when I was doing readings with a lot of dead people. One day they said to me, why do you seek the living amongst the dead? Like Jesus said to Mary,
right.
Woman, why do you seek the living amongst the dead? Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I heard thy will be done. And I was zooming for days. I told Emilio, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I thought if I touched an electric socket, it would blow it out. I was zooming, and I couldn't get the smell of the earth off my hands, which to my native family said that's the sign of healing. I might have had a spontaneous heal. But that wind pushed me. And he talks about one time the lady, he sees a lady that comes. We don't know if it's a entity or if it's Mother Mary or what, but he said the lady with the wind.
Yes.
So, and he's been deathly ill and had kind of spontaneous healing too.
Yeah, along with a lot of other people that visit his ranch or his, yeah, I guess it's a ranch. But he doesn't do that as much anymore, I'm sure, but he's not home enough, it feels like. Well, another person, there's two other people that you might be interested in, you probably already know them, is Danny Sheehan, and he is in charge of the Vatican's, he is the attorney, actually, one of the attorneys for the Vatican, and he's way in.
Okay, Sheehan. And does he have a YouTube show or?
No, he's on a lot of, so I would highly recommend, I've got it right here. So Sheehan.
Oh, that's what I wrote. Okay.
So just put that into Google or YouTube. Another one is Diana Pasulka. And she's a philosopher, not a philosopher. She's very unique, very, very learned, is marrying the Christian or religion into UFO sightings. And that's Diana, and it's P as in Paul, Asulka.
Okay.
You will enjoy a lot of their little insights because they've really
that's something me.
So Chris Bledsoe, years ago, I think it was 2017, was told the message from his teacher, from his lady, that when Regulus aligns with the Sphinx's gaze, which will be about an inch off the horizon at that time, the new world will begin.
And when is that supposed to happen?
Easter 2026. But
wow.
he predicted that in 2017. And it's getting a lot closer.
I know that my downloads have always been saying 2026, anywhere from spring through fall, a lot of big, huge changes.
You got the spring right for sure. I mean, God, even the timing, that's great.
Damn.
But I got the insights also because of the new documentary that's out. I actually played. I never paid for it.
Which one is it?
I just bought it off Prime, and it is.
I think I bought it too. It was like $23 or something.
Yeah, I'll get that and put it in
the series on UFOs.
Oh, is it 2 parts? It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's 2 parts.
The Age of Disclosure.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
So the Age of Disclosure made sense to me because of the dynamics of the world. Again, we're in a 9 universal year. So all the Putin and China and all that stuff, they're all involved. But it makes so much sense that the government kept a bunch of it secret. I think with the UFOs, because if any one of these nations got the linchpin or the keystone to, let's say, anti-gravity and things like that, they rule the world. What we did as a nation way back in the day, we did the atomic bomb.
Yes. And when that went, a lot of them here.
Yeah. But the thing is, we did that, and as a global unit, society, we became a superpower. I often wondered what makes us a superpower, because we have more bombs. It was that event. Wow. It was that event in that category. So imagine if Xi and Putin had a something big come up that they really had they would certainly prove it. And obviously they haven't got it. But
no. And the other thing is, they're smart enough to know you put off one nuke, it's over for everybody but them too.
right. Exactly. Exactly. Do you believe, what camp are you in as far as aliens? Do you think they're mean? Do you think they're loving? Do you
I
think
think there's some that are just like flatline scientist type.
the grays are
They
that?
don't care about our personalities or anything. There's some that are can be very loving. The guy that talked to me was very nice. He told me that they don't interfere with free will, and that we need to treat the earth better.
So
But they cannot interrupt with free will, and that the only way they would step in is if we touched a nuke or went to send the nukes again.
that's
They
interesting.
would stop it.
So you had an alien encounter?
Yeah, he stood before me right here when I was doing my bit, and I could see his face. And
Oh
he
my
wasn't
God.
like scary like the lizards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He had big eyes, more of an Anglo face, but he wasn't an Anglo.
Was he tall or short?
I only saw his face.
Ah,
But he was I wasn't fearful of him, because when I was younger, I had no interest in UFOs. I didn't know if I believed it, and I didn't care. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. And then my girlfriend took me up in Sedona with all kinds of UFOs. There was a person that was a professional, and we saw 52, 53 UFOs. I knew then that was real, because they would go up like this and they go, Foop.
yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes when you took the little green light, they'd expand, like blow up and then come back down. It was like they were saying hello.
Yeah, it's unmistakable. I mean, you can mistake a plane, maybe, or a satellite.
Yeah, she was real good at what was a military plane, what was a regular plane. You know how they bleep, bleep, bleep. She told you by the number of bleeps if it was military, if it was a regular plane. She knew all that, but because she didn't want you doing the green light on a plane.
No way.
So it's really interesting.
Because I was in Hawaii, and a friend of mine, we were dangling our feet in the hot tub at night, and he looked over me and said, "Can airplanes make a right turn?" I said, "No." He goes, "Oh," and I turned around. There it was. I saw the UFO. That was the first time I saw a UFO.
How far away? Was it way up there?
No, it was kind of close. It was closer than an airplane should be, it seemed like. And then, of course, it disappeared.
Did you feel anything?
I didn't. No. I was fascinated. I was too much in my body, too much in my head. But I do know that anybody listening, if you want to see a UFO, you need to just consent.
Yeah.
Because they're there all over the place.
All over, everywhere. As well as our deceased loved ones can be walking around too.
Oh yeah, they come in every now and again in my house.
But I will tell you that this was a male energy, the one that talked to me, and he said that, in a way they have a lot of faith in this earth, because so many people are going above vibrationally, allowing well-being, because we refuse. So even though Trump looks like a curse, it's the expansion of the realm.
It's the awareness. We needed to figure out what it was. I was so surprised that we as a country was what we were. I was thinking
It was a shock. But it filtered out who who's, and something to do with money seems to.
Say that again?
Money seems, people with money, although there's a lot of poor MAGAs that love him, and even though they can't feed the family and there's no health insurance and their farm went broke, they still believe in him. Oh, by the way, the gentleman that they arrested for the bombing,
yeah,
he admitted it, and he's a big Trump loves Trump. And he thought the January election was stolen. So what? Either he could be lying, but will Trump pardon him because he's pro-Trump?
I don't know if he's that bright to think that far ahead, to be, that's 3D chess right there.
And he's paying for his own attorney.
Oh, he did come prepared then. Yeah. So what was his reasoning to?
That's what we haven't found out yet.
Oh, shoot. But he's a Trump supporter.
Everybody said it was Marjorie Taylor Greene. They kept bugging me, Linda, I swear. I said, I don't know. Those shoes is what the thing was. I just never got a significant yes. But I knew that they would figure this out.
Yeah, they always do. But wow, isn't that something? That's so consistent. Give up what doesn't work for you anymore. And some people are moved to action to give, instead of emotionally detaching.
Yeah.
They try to and remove what's there, just erase what's there instead of emotionally walking away. It's really, but I'm so much more hopeful these days.
Me too. I have a little bit of an excitement in my energy. Yeah. And I don't know how to tell people because people are feeling not as gloom as they used to.
Right.
But I'm saying, listen, we're about there. So today, well, I was preparing myself for my day, which means I actually changed my clothes. I told the realm that I was going to be doing your show and that I'm probably going to do another show after you, just a quick update with my peoples. I said, give me something I can tell them that will give them absolute faith and proof beyond a reason. Give me something. I don't have to do aha. Yeah. I just need to know what they can expect coming up here in the next few weeks. And they told me as clear as day that there's going to be a death of a significant person.
Have you doused it?
They didn't tell me it was Trump. They didn't tell me it was Putin, but it was there will be an ending to a significant person.
Huh. I'm just throwing some cards.
Yeah, see what it says.
I'm not getting anywhere with that deck.
Your deck is so pretty.
Oh, thank you. You're such a lover. You're such a sweetheart.
I haven't used them in a while. I had my brand new deck rest to go. And I got to season them before I use them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your ritual?
I put a little salt and pepper and some olive oil.
Over low heat.
Actually, I sleep with them under my pillow.
You know what I do with the new deck is I take them to my bed and I toss them in the air. Up and over, up and over, up and over. And I just...
I bet that cleans them out real good.
Well, it does. And it mixes them up really well. But it also, that's my energy, my bed. I love my bed.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. That's why, I love that.
But what about the guy laying in it? Does he get mad you're throwing cards at him?
Get. Oh. So the first court card I got that of any age and is a Queen of Pentacles. So I don't know if it's Trump.
But a Queen of Pentacles means it could be a female too.
Female.
I've been seeing the ending of a female. But who would be significant enough? Could this be like an assassination? It really pisses people off. I know that they're really worried that gal who went up against Trump and she hates Israel now. They said her life's in danger.
I can't remember who. Is it an older woman? Because queens are
dark hair.
Oh, OAC?
No. She was a MAGA.
Oh,
and she has these shows.
Stefanik.
She's an influencer. She's not Stefanik.
Oh. Yeah, I do have the Judgment card. Judgment going out. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. And do you have a timeline on that?
It felt like that was coming right up. Right up. That's what I felt because people go, The reason I'm going to announce it and take faith in it is because they gave me that permission. Go ahead and tell them that someone significant is getting ready to go. But I couldn't tell if it was violence or anything like that.
Oh, well, huh. Boy, I got a few cards here.
Somehow they do that. They leave you with something. They don't give you the deets.
I think they giggle.
First thing.
Yeah, I got a woman
world. It could be overseas.
It could be. It could be someone like that. Now I see it coming in really quick with the 8 of Wands.
Yeah.
And it is the worst, the reverse devil.
Yeah.
And a loss. This is an interesting one. The reverse fool. The reverse fool is taking an opportunity and choosing poorly, basically.
Okay.
It's not like you are a fool. It's just that there's upright. It's a blessing coming in, but if you're blocking it, that type of thing. So I think this will be premeditated.
They tried to assassinate Zelensky here up in Ireland. If his plane hadn't arrived early, they said he would be dead right now. His plane landed early, and then right after, as soon as he got off the plane, and maybe the plane even took off, here comes all these Russian, what do you call those things?
The military or planes or drones?
Drones. All those drones were there.
Do you know he is in Life Path 33?
Who?
That's Zelensky, and also Novelty. Life Path 33. There's a lot of 33s that are really profound. That being on the earth, it's almost like their words carry weight, and it doesn't carry weight until a little later in their life. But let me look at.
Let me tell you something. Then you know it, and I know it. God forbid, but if Zelensky was killed or assassinated, this world would stand up and march.
I think so too.
I don't think we'd put up with. I don't care what Trump has to say. We'd push him out of the way and go for it.
So Elizabeth Warren, Pramila Jayapal, George Bush, Tom Cotton, Kristen Sinema, all 33s. So you can kind of get that.
I don't like any of those people.
Oh, really? Even Elizabeth Warren? And
I like Elizabeth Warren, but that Kirsten Cinnamon.
Oh no, Cinema.
Is he the one that got our guy kicked out because he posed on a fake picture?
God, what do you mean?
That Minnesota guy. He was a comedian on SNL.
Yeah.
She was all dutiful. You must step down because that was an inappropriate question.
Oh, you're right. I think it was her.
I've never liked her since.
Oh, I know. And that one when she went like this, like that.
Oh,
like
yeah. Maybe that's her.
Yeah,
Which
that's her.
Is it? Oh,
the one with the
she left.
Stupid yellow dress.
She got all the money she wanted and she left.
The thing is, we all have a darker side that we can nurture.
I think it's Gillibrand is the one that got him kicked out. Cinnamon is the gal that was working for Russia.
All of these people that are 33s, that what I've discovered is that they all, I mean, if you're a 33 at home, hanging out, your potential is bigger, whether it's good or bad in history, but it's almost like you have more potential than the average person, but rarely does a master number make it to their full potential. But no pressure. It's not like the world is in your family and our community is waiting for you to blossom and speak wonderful things, right? Change the world. We're not doing that. But on the inside, there's this drive, this little itch that, I need to do something bigger, and it's kind of a nagging thing. So that's where but if you have a project in front of you, man, that momentum does not quit.
That's great.
Zelensky does not quit. No, never quit.
And you see how wiped out he is. He'd love to step away, but he's going to fight this. And can I tell you, he's fully expecting maybe not to live that long.
I know.
And let me tell you, well, what's Putin?
Putin's a 5 or 7. Putin's a 7, so he's the evil-minded professor. Because so the 7s are very mystical, and you know that Russia is really into the mystics. They and UFOs, and they're very, very serious about, much more serious, I think, than we are. But he's the professor type, and the evil genius.
He's very evil.
Evil genius. Now, 7s, if you're out there and you're a 7, you're not an evil genius. It's just that you get, the blessing for you is you get insight. Things are open for you a little bit more. Your intuition is a little more open. And if you're pointed and choosing things that are not healthy for yourself or others, then it can be quite profound. Just a little bit of, just a little tiny thought and action towards harm for someone will happen. And the opposite, a little tiny heartfelt prayer for someone, boom, it's very powerful healing for a 7 life path. But he's smart.
And he manages to still hang on, even though, but he puts off an aura like he knows what he's doing, and they're falling apart. So apparently European groups are going to call in money that we owe them. I guess we owe them billions of dollars.
Yes, we do.
And they told Trump, you just keep on, sucker. We're going to call in our money, and it's going to collapse your economy.
Yeah.
So just keep keeping on.
Does
he even worry about that?
No, he doesn't think that far ahead, I'm afraid. I mean, I know that right now, because if he had a brain cell, he would understand, because Russia, China, there's 2 other nations got together, and they're making their own currency. They're developing a currency, a world currency.
I know China told Trump, don't you dare hit on Venezuela.
Oh, what is that all about?
I don't know. Oh, it's all about oil.
Oh, yes, you're right. That's right. And that thinking, see, this is what the universal 9, I hate to keep coming back to the numbers, but we are giving up that idea of draining the resources of our planet.
Okay.
And that we as a union, as a peoples, not the top. And so that, even though the ship has been moving in the same direction for 250 years, and it'll take a while to turn back to being a little more kind.
Yeah.
It is turning.
Thank God.
It has but you felt it. I felt more hopeful. My heart softened.
And so much stuff is going to come out when he's no longer around. That fake Butler assassination, all this stuff is going to come out.
I'm hoping that the last people, because this is like their last chance almost. I really do believe the people who stay cruel, want to stay cruel, it's going to be, they have to change their mind about it.
Well, they get no chance. They'll be stuck on the search, just walking back and forth. Or in a hotter place, but
yeah.
You know, you can't, the biggest sin on this earth, according to, was it Eckhart Tolle? With the Tao or whatever, is taking away somebody's free will.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Pushing your will onto somebody else.
And you know, the tool the devil likes the most,
what,
is regret.
Oh, yes.
Is regret. And I think that is what's really changing. I hear a lot of people saying, I regret that I voted this way or that way, or I see now where it affects me and where I was wrong there. And that little bit, to a large degree or a little degree, regret will shift your perspective, change your mind.
Open you up to universal consciousness. business. Yeah.
Entertain the thought that you had chosen poorly for yourself and others.
Yeah.
And but the people, your community, our community, have held the light to the best of our ability for a decade. This last 9-year cycle has been really tough.
Oh,
I mean, so tough. We lose. I mean, I was in despair about mankind. I was in despair about.
oh, like I got a grandson. I worried about him. How's he gonna? But this whole thing has been ripped to shreds. So we've got to build it back up, and this time let's build it stronger.
Oh, we will, because we'll choose fairness.
Yeah.
We'll choose fairness. But I am definitely looking forward to Easter.
I know. So what does the change mean? Is it big or is it
It's
small?
big, and it's on the line of disclosure for UFOs, aliens, is what I'm pointed at. I'm led to believe that will be it, because it has to be something so far off planet to really bring in, this is a new way of thinking. We're all going to have to, because you can't.
There's other universes out there.
Yeah.
And what you're doing to your planet affects our planet.
Oh, Earth is so important to the fabric of space, so important for deep space travel. And some of those people, like Chris Bledsoe's lady that visits him, there is a soul group called Blueprinters. And what they don't have a planet. Usually soul groups have a planet, but they don't have a planet. They go from planet to planet, different galaxies and different solar systems, finding and creating and nurturing 3D experiences for people. They grow concepts and things. They're not gods, but their job is to, and there's 4 levels of them, 4 kind of job descriptions of them. And so when I see the lady come in and start declaring that things are going to change, and those big, I feel that they might be blueprinters that are coming in. Yeah.
Might show us a better way. They're not here to tell us what to do.
No.
So listen, I wanted to tell you, did you see the movie Paul? It's about an alien.
No.
Simon Pegg produces, and it's called Paul. I don't know, it's probably done 8 years ago or so. One of my favorite funny alien movies.
I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it. It's really cool.
That is so neat.
Everybody out there, if you haven't seen it, Paul. I thought it was Kristen Wiig's in it. Seth Rogen's in it.
Oh, nice.
Seth Rogen plays the voice of Paul. Hella funny.
I really put a lot of stock in sci-fi movies. I mean, Spielberg, Cameron, all of those people. There's a dash of truth in everything. I believe.
Yeah. Oh God, Paul talks to Spielberg in the movie. He's an alien stuck here, and he's in a big complex that the CIA or whatever has. But he's talking to Spielberg, giving him advice on how to do his ET movie.
That makes so much sense.
And he's the ET's a chain smoker. Oh, it's so funny.
I love that. So that's a good lighthearted thing I want to do. Definitely. Thank you for that.
It'll put you in a good mood.
That's what I like.
So.
Linda, do you have any final words of wisdom?
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
And don't ever depend, as much as we love our friends and people. Emilio asked me, what is your your final word? Don't ever depend on anybody for your happiness. That comes from you. From you. Don't think that a partner or mommy or daddy or anybody can take care of you. You can enjoy them, you can love them, they can be part of your world, but nothing is forever. You'll never get it all done and you'll never get it all right.
Thank you.
Sure, honey.
Thank you so much for that acknowledgement. I appreciate that. That fills my heart.
Well, it's not that upbeat, but it's the truth. I mean, there's
Yeah.
people I know who are still mourning a husband that died 20 years ago. And it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's an honor that you still love them and you think of them, but they want you to live.
Yeah.
When I talk to dead people, they always say that. Tell her she's not with the living right now. She needs to join the living. That one guy that came through the wall, that big guy in motorcycle boots that talked to me at the Angel Heart for You, and his mother was across from me sobbing. He died in a motorcycle accident. He had the most crystal blue eyes and a big beard. He was tall. And he walks through and he told me how he died. Didn't say it with voice, with mind.
Yeah.
Told me how he died in this 18-wheeler and how they brought him back to life. And then he was in that hospital. He could hear the screaming he had a girlfriend who he had 2 children with, and he never married her. And in that session, I don't know him or her from Adam. He's telling me, I wished I'd have married her.
Oh, wow.
So then he told me, he looked at me, he said, Linda, would you tell her to get over herself? Because she was wailing and crying. He said, I'm more alive now than when I had a body.
Wow, how profound. Was she able to hear that? Did you tell her that?
No.
Okay.
There are people, you know what I'm talking about, that it's only about them. And they use death sometimes to make it, they want that people to say, oh, poor thing. They need that patting on the back. It's not that that's bad. That's what they need to do in order to get through this. But if they could hear or see where their loved one is for real, they wouldn't even mourn another day.
Right.
They're the ones in paradise. You're stuck here.
That's like when I was studying NDEs, and I have some videos on my channel that I interviewed near-death experiencers. John Davis is a really good one. The people who have come back has said things like, this guy that died came back, and then his wife had got a phone call that someone had died. A friend had died, and she had it on speakerphone. And her husband, who had near-death experience, lucky bastard. She goes, you can't keep saying that about people who die. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
That's encouraging.
I love it. That's great. Well, thank you, my friend, for having me on.
I really enjoyed this so much. Same here. Let's do this again.
Keep in touch more. I'm not doing big events. Well, I'm going to be in a documentary. A guy got a hold of me and he's producing it. They're going to fly me to, I don't know if it's New York or Washington. So that should be different. I'm doing a cold read. So you kind of put on the spot. And then, but if I can do something to help people know there's nothing, this isn't it. It goes, it continues. And then my sister and my daughter and I are going to go see The Wizard of Oz at the Spheres in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
And I heard that's something else.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's wonderful. You being flown to do a read, you say a cold read. I think that's so much better than putting it on video.
Yeah. Meet the person face to face. Yeah.
Because, your energy in real life will just share your intention to why you're here and what you're doing. And so that is, will transmit through everything, but face to face would be so exciting. And you're pretty good. You know about stage work, right? You know about movies. You've done comedy, stand up.
But I'm old now, so I don't have to worry about camera angles. I don't give a royal what. I will just do what I do and see if I get it. you know.
We got our ISIS.
But it's like an adventure. I'm cool with it, you know. Let's try it out. Let's see if I hit it on the button. But I'm not looking for any fame or fortune, because you know that screws it up.
Yeah, I know, but you're just, that's such a blessing though, because I think that's what propels you for this greatness.
Yeah.
Destined for that.
And the guides told me I was going to do a YouTube channel, and I said, "What are you, cray?" They said, "Linda, you will help calm them down." And then they said, "If your ego gets involved, we will remove your gift."
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that part.
That's in my book, I believe. If your ego gets involved, we will remove your gift.
See,
because Linda in the old days was very ego driven.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was very.
Wait a minute. No, there's nothing wrong with ego, because that's what gets you out of bed in the morning. It gets you, you know. So there's nothing wrong with ego. But I understand this pursuit of fame, maybe, or
yeah. I would want to be better than others, you know. But the other thing is, like, that's very sensitive, and now, you know, somebody can say, "I don't like the way you look at the camera." I'm like, "Don't watch me then.
Don't watch it." Next. You see, that's the thing, but you're a one life path for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that the one life path thinks quite quickly, and they are ahead of everybody, you know, a little bit ahead, and they can take the same things from every different direction, you know, different opinions, different ideas, and make them their own, and it will be absolutely brand new for people. And that's true, yeah. And that's what you do. So I'm looking forward to you being a movie star.
No, this is a documentary. So it's, you know, who knows? This guy's a real nice guy, and, you know, I'm not charging him nothing. He's just going to fly me there. We'll sit down and see how it goes. But I appreciate they're interested in this.
Yes. Yeah.
But, you know, that's funny, because I got that Libra moon and a Libra rising. I cannot stand injustice, and I will speak out. Like one time I was at this little restaurant having breakfast when I lived in another town, and these cops were sitting, about 4 of them. I think 2 of them were detectives, 2 police patrol. And I was sitting there, and the waitress came over, very sweet waitress, and she would serve them and talk to them, and they, you know, she smiled and she'd come over to me, and they were nice to her. And then the minute she walked away, they called her every name in the book. What a slut. I ought to have her do this or that. I could not believe my ears. And then she'd come over again, and she was so sweet. I just couldn't believe how they talked trash about her. Let me tell you something. When I got up to leave, I looked at those guys and I said, "Hey, did they train you to be this cruel and mean, or does it just come naturally?" And they were a little offset by what I said. And if you think about it, I could have been face first down on the.
Yeah.
So I went home and called the chief. I said, "I just want you to know I was at this restaurant at this time, and your guys were sitting there talking such filth."
Oh, that was the policeman? The policeman
were talking filth.
Oh my God.
That I shouldn't have to, you know, lose my appetite over. And this gal was just as sweet. You know, she was all happy they were there. And they as soon as she walked away, you know, guys trying to bring up guys. And I said, "You know what?" And I can't believe he had the main guy that did it, because I think I caught his badge number, called me and apologized. But I didn't appreciate him having my phone number, though.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't want them chasing after me. But no, but if I see it, I'll speak up.
I'm kind of the same way, but I don't have as much grace as you. I lose my.
When I was a little girl, there was a little Portuguese kid that used to carry a briefcase, and the teacher had stepped out. You know, in those days when the teacher stepped out, everybody's la 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 la. So he come in the classroom, and he had his briefcase in front of him like it was pulling him. And he goes, "Whoa!" And he was kind of a big kid, but he was a nice kid.
Uh-huh.
And he's, "Whoa," like the thing was pulling him, and he sits down in his seat. And the teacher had told us, you know, You guys just sit down and do your work. And everybody started making fun of him. People were throwing paper at him, and he was breaking down crying. And I started screaming, "You guys knock it off. Leave him alone." I mean, me.
Good for you.
Freckle face, freckles, burnt. I used to have those big red cheeks, you know. You leave him alone. And the teacher walked in. "What's going on?" And the kid's sobbing. She says, "What happened?" They were making fun of me. And she could see the little spit watts and paper. She said, "Who? Tell me who." She said, "Linda was the only one that told them to knock it off." So they made a big deal out of it, not me. And they told my parents, "Your daughter was the only one who stood up for it." My parents were so proud about that. Because my dad was that way, as mean as he was, because he beat us bloody hell. But he always had a soft heart for anybody that was being made fun of, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
I just remembered that. I hadn't thought of this in years. And I guess the guides wanted me to remember, you know, you stand up for your fellow man, because in the end, karma will be nice to you.
Yeah. And that's because every choice we make, it's just cause and effect. It's not good or bad karma. It's just cause and effect. And you choose the kind way, or you choose the way that is aligned to you, not so much the kind way, because kindness is subjective, not objective. And so, but when you stay aligned to who you are at soul level, and have allegiance to that, then it's like the effects are just mount up at the door for you, mount up. And that's
I wasn't always Miss Priss. I had my days, but I never ganged up on to hurt somebody, never, except one time when I was really drunk in San Francisco. Some guy pushed me and I didn't like it, and I beat him till he fell in the streets on Geary Street. I heard someone, I was wearing high heels and a short skirt. I heard someone say, "Call the police." And I ran up the street, 3rd Street, and my friend Bernard was inside. He was from Ireland. He was a kick. And I'm sitting on his porch waiting for him, and he pulls up in a truck and he turns around. "Hey, Linda, some bloody effing gal just beat the F out of some bloody effing guy." I said, "It was me, Bernard." And he goes, "Oh, really?"
I love that. You know, at any one time.
I didn't like that. He touched me.
That was justice. It was justice. Is there any one time you're someone's teacher or student, you were the teacher that day?
Yeah. Well, I had a real thing about anyone telling me what to do or looking down on me. Not that I was queen for the day, not that I was running the ship, but I was raised in that environment where I was beaten down.
Yeah.
As good as my dad could be, there was that opposite there. Yeah. And when you're just a little kid and a grown man is beating you bloody, and it's so it doesn't make sense. So I couldn't beat him, but I could beat anybody else that was messing up.
Yeah. The thing is that that's your intuition from an early age, because you walk into the room and you like smell the air, smell the vibe. And then if you pick up that your dad's on cranky or something, then you align to that, so you don't make waves. So that's when you really grow your intuition, as sad as that is, but it's
true.
Yeah. So you're so good at what you do. Thank you so much for coming on today. This is so exciting. And we'll come. Oh no, I loved it. I loved it. Definitely. And we'll do this again. I'll get your book.
We'll do it again sooner than we did before.
I'd like that very much. Thank you so much.
You take care.
You too. Bye.